Chapter 12. Preparation. It was a lovely day, and Ruby oversaw the work of the great garden area, restoring the hidden canyon of sweet food. The tall trees that held a scent that made Sharptooth sick was anew. Amongst those who helped her were Ducky, Mutt, and their young, Swimmer and Junior. Ruby was inspecting the small waterway that had been dug and channeled water to each tree. "Ruby!" Petrie circled above. "Come to Great Wall! Hurry!" Without a word, Ruby ran quickly, seeing Sarah, Littlefoot, Nod, a guard, and Chomper.
"What is wrong? What has happened?"
"Look!" Petrie pointed downward. Ruby peered over, seeing Thud, her mother, and Rex.
"Mom!"
"Ruby, please, let us in." "What are you waiting for? Remove the boulders."
"But leader, did he stutter? Remove the boulders or I will."
Quickly the great rocks were rolled aside, Ruby going and hugging her mother, who cried softly. Ruby looked around at the Sharptooth who entered, hoping to find her father, only to find Thud and an injured Rex.
"Father, where is he?"
"He is with us no more. No more we will ever see him again." Ruby's eyes filled with tears. "Oh, Father." "Immortan, he killed Mrs. Boss's father, and he intends to kill you, your children. Boss, those who are with us, they seek shelter from Immortan's wrath." Thud looked at Chomper. "I fear my leadership is not welcomed among the valley. Littlefoot is the leader." Chomper saw the hesitant look in Littlefoot's face. "That is the least of our problems. Boss, who is this Immortan? He seems to know you." "I wouldn't know. So many hated me for being a coward." Chomper stood over Rex, reciting the healing song and shedding a few tears to heal Rex. Still out cold, Chomper got under Rex and lifted him, carrying him inside. "We'll talk more later." Sarah shook her head at the many Sharptooth.
"Oh, great. This'll help."
"I can't leave them out there to die." Chomper took Rex to the secret caverns for rest, while the valley members gathered in the meeting place. Once Rex was settled in and watched over by Thud, Ruby and Chomper came upon a strange sight. Chaos ensued as the leaf eaters panicked about the Sharptooth, while a few Sharptooth chased them. "Everyone, please, calm down!" Littlefoot yelled as loudly as he could.
"Quiet!"
Sarah stepped in, and silence fell over.
"Chomper, you have anything to say to your followers?"
Chomper lifted his head and looked at Ruby to translate what he was about to say, so both predator and prey could hear them. Ruby nodded and stood by him, taking and holding his hand.
"Everyone, I know you're scared, confused. For too long, predator and prey hated each other. But now we have a great threat, the Immortan. Anyone who walks out of the Great Valley will be killed. And if we can't keep order in here, all of us will die."
Ruby looked at Chomper, then back to the worried faces of the leaf eaters that matched the same fear within the Sharptooth.
"Until Immortan comes here, all I'm asking from predator and prey is a truce. We all have our basic instincts to keep us alive, but if there's anything I've learned, is that we can change for the better when it really counts."
Wow, that was pretty impressive.
"Yes, but Chomper, the food situation."
"Don't worry. The dead will no longer be buried. They will be offered to the Sharptooth." Littlefoot stepped in, and when someone was about to argue against him, "Unless any of you have a better idea—" Silence. "Very good. The Great Valley welcomes the Sharptooth. Chomper, let them know if they need anything to come to me. Well, with a translator, of course."
"Who is this guy, Chomper?"
"I don't know, Sarah." "Whoever he is, if he come with army, we all dead. Should pack up family, run, hide."
"Where will you go? You heard Chomper.
If we leave, we're dead. On the other hand, if we stay, we may be dead.
The Great Valley has plenty to offer. Yep. Plenty of fresh water, the gardens, and if the Sharptooth are to stay, they can eat the dead. Problem solved.
Yeah, but if an army comes here, we can't expect Chomper to fight on his own. Let us help. Show us how to use those tools, weapons, whatever they're called. Ruby is smart, a good teacher. She can help us be ready for a fight. Right, Spike? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ruby showed me how to shoot a bow and arrow. It's fun. Mutt carried a bow in hand, wearing an arrow holder on his back. Okay, so what are we waiting for? Let's get to work. With numbers on our side, we should be able to win. Littlefoot smiled at his friends. Once again, at the meeting place, Littlefoot made sure all were there, Chomper talking with the Sharptooth, who'd most likely never been around so many leaf eaters. Trusting Chomper, Littlefoot glanced toward the sky, wondering where the scouts were. After the arrival of Ruby's mother and the loyal Sharptooth, Guido volunteered to check out the perimeter and beyond. Okay, everyone, the worst fear is about to befall us. War. Between the leaf eaters and the Sharptooth. Bad Sharptooth. They're all bad, someone grumbled. I promise my followers will hurt no one. Your promises mean nothing. He saved us from the killer pack, Mutt scolded the individual. We'd all be dead if they got into the valley. Or did you forget that? Nod put in. Please settle down. Fighting amongst ourselves won't help the situation. If anything, we need to make preparations. Chomper, you and your Sharptooth followers will help craft weapons. Ruby, you and your mother and Thud will train the adults willing to fight. Littlefoot looked out over the many. So, who will stand with me? Will you take your place with me? No one moved. Scanning the crowd, several lowered their heads. Then someone came forward. Trisha, Sarah's sister. I will fight with you, leader. So will we. Shorty and his herd bowed to show their loyalty towards Littlefoot. Count us in. Allie and her herd were more than willing to fight. Each of her children, who were adults themselves, cheered. Chomper glanced to the Sharptooth. We'll have to help them. Why do we care about them? One asked. They were quick to run you out all those years ago. What's stopping them from doing the same to all of us? Because Littlefoot is my friend, whom I trust with my life, along with all of yours. And if you don't help, where will we go? The Immortan will kill us if we leave. The choice is yours. Stand with your Alpha for a battle unlike any other, or leave and die. I will fight with you, Alpha, Rex said, waking and joining the group at the meeting. You know I will, Thud added. Slowly the Sharptooth nodded, knowing it was time to put aside their petty differences with leaf eaters and band together for the security of their world. For if the Immortan won, well, no one wanted to think that far. The next day, Sharptooth and Leaf Eater alike gathered, the Sharptooth helping make several bows, arrows, spears, and even a few axes. Littlefoot made sure several Leaf Eaters were there to observe the lessons. Since Trudy and Mutt were skilled, they would help her in any way they could. Ducky was even among the newer volunteers for battle. Ruby gave an example, drawing back their string and letting the arrow fly. For safety, most were given tiny sticks so no one would be injured.
Good. Get used to it. Do not think of these as weapons, but as tools to help you fight. We are prey, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't be able to hold our own in a fight.
Thud was by Trudy. It'll be a miracle if we pull this off. Ruby is a good teacher. She will teach them well. Sure. As another day of training came to an end, Ruby was preparing to leave, seeing Ducky used a real arrow, target practicing, and doing quite well.
A great form, Ducky. Petrie, you try.
Ducky passed him the bow, to which Petrie held a worried expression.
Give it a try, Petrie. Try it for yourself.
Okay. Petrie drew the string back. Then he accidentally let go, the arrow flying off to the side. There was a yelp, the arrow projecting above poor Guido's head. "Oh, me sorry, Guido." Eyes rolling back, Guido passed out. Petrie quickly passed the items back to Ducky. Me no want to use them." Ducky drew another arrow and aimed it for the mark, making a direct hit once more.
Ducky, you are natural. Thank you, Ruby. Remember when you helped me to sound big? Yes, and your big voice saved us from Red Claw. Everything was simpler back then. Well, it's getting late, and I need to see how our guests are making out. See you, Ruby.
The group left to their respectable homes, Ruby seeing Chomper tending to the Sharptooth. When he saw her, he smiled and left them to join her. "Hey, Ruby, how did training go?"
"It's going."
"Everything all right? What's going on?"
"Nothing, just thinking about the past, our lives, of our childhood adventures, how simple things were."
"Despite the looming danger, I wouldn't change a thing about my life."
"I'm sorry, Chomper."
"For what?"
"Had I not left the Great Valley all those years back, none of this would have happened. It's all my fault. The weight of the guilt hangs heavy on my shoulders. I'm not strong enough to carry it anymore."
"Then let me take it from you. And don't ever be sorry for following your heart."
"I don't know if we're ready for battle. What if this is the end of everything we've worked so hard for? Our families, our friends, the circle of life. What if we lose it all?"
"There's no such thing as an end, only a new beginning. And even if we die and everything crumbles around us, I wouldn't change a single thing."
"So you regret nothing? There's nothing you regret?"
"No. If not for all the bad stuff, I wouldn't appreciate the good stuff." Cupping her cheek within his palm, he smiled at her with all the love in the world. Where's this coming from? Tears ran down her face.
"Would you still love me, even if you knew what all lay ahead? The danger, the death, the destruction I've left in my wake, all because I couldn't live my life without you. I was so selfish. To risk the Great Valley, everything."
Ruby sobbed softly and leaned against him. Even in that moment, she knew that life without Chomper was not a life she ever wanted.
"For that, I am so sorry."
"Ruby, if you hadn't left, I would have died alone, most likely at the claws of Red Claw. You gave me the strength to face him, defeat him."
"Then you became Alpha, something you never wanted."
"It was my birthright. My grandfather was Sharptooth. Ruby, if not for you, I never would have met my sky-being parents. We never would have gained such knowledge to share with the world."
"What about Stephanie?"
"Yes, Stephanie, the birth mother of our beautiful daughter, Fang. Every terrible thing brought about something even more wonderful. And had you stayed in the valley, Hip might have hurt you because you denied him, and I would not have been there to save you. The idea of you being gone and my life going on, well, that is a fate worse than death."
"Oh, Chomper, would you grow in love with me again?"
"Ruby, I would grow in love with you over and over again, now until the end of time. I don't care how, when, or where. You're my wife, and I'll always love you. Blood of my blood."
"Bone of my bone. Chomper, I love you so much."
Taking and holding her close, Chomper kissed Ruby passionately. Within his hold, Ruby's mind was put at ease, Chomper having a way of calming her racing thoughts from spiraling out of control. She wondered if he was aware of how much she needed him. "Ruby! Chomper!" Petrie landed, huffing tiredly.
"Petrie!"
Ruby left Chomper's hold to check on the flyer. Chomper rushed off and quickly returned with water, offering it to Petrie. "What happened? Are you okay?" Taking a drink, Petrie was able to get his air. "They coming. Many Sharptooth. Unlike anything me ever see. They be here within one bright circle cycle."
That's faster than we expected.
Thank you, Petrie. Go on, Littlefoot. Tomorrow, we prepare for war. Petrie nodded and flew off. All the while, Ruby took and held Chomper's arm. Her heartbeat quickened, knowing time was running out, and she wondered, would they win this time?